Annyeonghaseyo, this is meowmurai. Let's check out the Nintendo Switch Online GameCube selection of games that have launched with the Nintendo Switch 2. CRT filter, North American versions, or European versions. Okay, not Japanese versions apparently. All right, we've got two listings for why did they appear twice. What is the deal with that? F-Zero, Wind Waker. Oh, they're the European versions. I see. And Soul Calibur. So, yeah, obviously, one of the big draws is F-Zero GX, this GameCube version, which is actually a fairly difficult game to get running at full speed under emulation. So, I'm curious to see how they have their emulation here. So, let's check that out for a little bit. This is an excellent game, although it is kind of a shame that the only way to get the nice analog controls is to buy the special controller from Nintendo, which is currently sold out, and I don't imagine that being back in stock for quite a while. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't get rid of these borders, which is maddening that Nintendo has no way to allow us to get rid of those borders. Or just to have all black in the pillars instead of this gray texture. I thought there was a way to get rid of the menu hints, but maybe not. Let's play a little Grand Prix. We'll do Falcon Punch. Yeah, I mean, the image is a little soft, but that is also true of most of the emulation out there. It's not aiming for 4K emulation. Yeah, the controls are spot on. We're worried about whether the sensitivity would be mapped correctly, because the GameCube controller had a really good sensitivity on its analog stick. Something which I don't think was appreciated at the time. In fact, I know it wasn't appreciated at the time because game journalists, for what they are, always seem to be pretty down on Nintendo's controller. I think the rest of us appreciated it. It's design and comfort and it's really good sensitive control stick. Oh jeez, everybody blew past me at the last minute. Yeah, fine. Jeez. That's right, the boost button's on the Y. It's the Y button, which is like a super awkward place to put it. I'm surprised it wasn't remapped to someplace that made more sense. You kind of have to bring your index finger all the way across the face of the controller just to reach it. I mean, probably it wouldn't have been my choice to make it the way it is. It makes more sense on an actual GameCube controller. Yeah, it's nice to have this game again, running at full speed. Again, you know, even if you're emulating, some of these levels on this game specifically are pretty troublesome. The Sand Ocean is one of them. You know, it's just because of the way the particles are generated, emulators have a very hard time with it. Yeah, right here, it's nice and snappy. Gives us our 60 frames at all times. Blue Falcon always gets kind of knocked around. It's definitely not my favorite ship. God, I hate the Blue Falcon. It just gets knocked around so easy. Loop lightning. It is nice to be able to play this game again. Again, at full speed. Because even on my PC, a lot of these levels just do not run at full speed under emulation. I don't know what it is about this game, but as I said, it just has a very, very hard time. Emulators just have an incredibly hard time with it. But yeah, I guess not so much Nintendo's emulator with this hardware. It's kind of a shame Nintendo was never, ever able to make a better F-Zero game than Sega. It's like all the follow-up F-Zeros that were on the Game Boy Advance were just not anywhere close to the same level of game that this is. Once the one ship hits you, they all hit you. And the Blue Falcon just bounces around like a pinball. As long as that was important to earn enough points to buy any other ship. You don't need it. You need some of the weirder games. You need like PNO3 or like Cubivore, you know, it's the most oddball games that were on the Switch. Or on the GameCube originally. I'd love to see them on the Switch. wonder if there are any plans to get Beautiful Joe on here. It's not a little series that was like super hot when it came out, but then, you know, a sequel or two later, nothing really happened with it. Oh yes, here comes the best part, the interview.
F-Zero TV. From the special F-Zero GP venue, we're broadcasting an interview with the Grand Prix champion. Okay then, I'd like to ask you something.
Congrats on your victory. Why did you become a racer?
Can you tell us why you became an F-Zero racer?
I was born to be an F-Zero racer.
Thanks for your words of enthusiasm, champion.
I like how we just
That's it,
accept that
everyone.
answer.
See you at the next Grand Prix. F-Zero TV.
Thanks for playing.
I really hope they get Super Monkey Ball 1 and 2 on here as well. All of the recent Monkey Ball entries have been pretty disappointing compared to how the originals played. And now, if there's a way to play GameCube games and have those work, it'd be even better. Right, most important to get the white cat. Okay, we have Wind Waker. Interesting that they didn't go for the Wind Waker HD. They just went for the original, except as an emulated game. There's such odd decisions Nintendo makes with their own games. Yeah, and I mean, this is definitely one of my favorite Zeldas. Just in terms of its overall personality, like you know, obviously it's a game that had a truncated development, so it doesn't really feature as many dungeons as what you would expect Zelda games to have. This is but one of the legends of which the people speak. Long ago, there existed a kingdom where a golden power lay hidden. It was a prosperous land, blessed with green forests, tall mountains, and peace. But one day a man of great evil found the golden power and took it for himself. With its strength at his command, he spread darkness across the kingdom. And Nutella, which is almost the same thing. But then, when all hope had died, and the hour of doom seemed at hand, not the Dark Ages, maybe Doom Eternal, a young boy clothed in green appeared, as if from nowhere. Wielding the blade of evil's bane, he sealed the Dark One away and gave the land light. This boy, who traveled through time to save the land, was known as the Hero of Time. The boy's tale was passed down through generations until it became legend. But then, a day came when a fell wind began to blow across the kingdom. The great evil that all had thought been forever sealed away by the hero once again crept forth from the depths of the earth, eager to resume its dark designs. More Nutella. The people believed that the Hero of Time would again come to save them. Haven't read they do anything themselves, but okay. But the hero did not appear. Yeah, not analogy. Faced by an onslaught of evil, the people could do nothing but appeal to the gods. In their last hour, as doom drew nigh, they left their future in the hands of fate. What became of that kingdom? None remain who know. I mean, that's not entirely true. You do actually meet some people. The memory of the kingdom vanished, but its legend survived on the wind's breath. On a certain island, it became customary to garb boys in green when they came of age. To embarrass them, really. No other reason. Clothed in the green of fields, they aspired to find heroic blades and cast down evil. The elders wished only for the youth to know the courage like the hero of legend. But not the consistency of the hero of legend. Big brother. I know, such a pleasant looking game. Big brother. All this GameCube stuff really has stood the test of time. I knew you'd be here. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea when I play with the gulls. I call it Ariel's Lookout. So, do you remember what day it is today? Look at Link. You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday. That's why Grandma has been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go home and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Oh, whoops. Damn, camera's reversed. I keep forgetting about that. About this game. In fact, I don't remember if you can change it or not. Yeah, I think we just have to deal with it being reversed of what we think of when we think of camera control in the modern age. Yeah, it takes a little. I can't believe you can't change it. It takes a little getting used to. Yes, I just keep wanting to move the camera in the way I'm used to moving it in a modern game. Here, for whatever reason, moving left and right, panning left and right on the screen is opposite. Your grandma was calling for you, Link, and so was my mom. Oh, well, your mom and I, maybe better not mention what goes on there. She likes to call me Link Sausage. Bought modded a Wii instead of buying a Switch 2. Okay. I mean, the Wii has an amazing library. I've been waiting for you, Link. Link, try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. You got the hero's clothes. They look like they might be a little warm for this weather. Look at his face. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is a day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young hero spoken of in all legends. In all the legends. Ah, I see. That's how you've been playing Wind Waker. I get it. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child. In the olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Yeah, I mean, I still own this on, like, the Wii U, and, and I'm pretty sure I owned it on the Wii as well, but, yeah, I mean, I have other ways to play this game, but it is kind of nice to play it on just a more modern system without having to break out the, the composite video cables. Or having to mod a Switch to use HDMI or RGB or any number of more modern connections. Does all this make sense to you? Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly. A perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I'd better get started, or I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma's going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. I just know you're looking forward to it. Now, go get your sister, Errol. Ugh, this left and right camera thing, I can't believe they didn't think about this. That's the problem when you have like a bare straight port, you know, bare straight emulation. I was like, well, sometimes the world changes a little bit in how we handle controls, you know, more modern controls. Just like you wouldn't expect people to necessarily use tank controls. You wouldn't necessarily want your modern audience to, you know, pan the camera left by holding right on the stick instead of holding left on the stick. It's just something that doesn't really make sense now that we've kind of standardized on that. Ah, hoy, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? Look at her face, it's so funny. But wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat though. Oh, anyway, Link. Can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, just for one day. Happy birthday. You wish you could play it on handheld? You know, somebody has modded a portable GameCube. I don't think it was cheap, though. You got the telescope. This is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. Or, I mean, I guess you could get like a Windows handheld and run emulation through there. Again, though, not exactly the cheapest way to play Wind Waker. Set it to YZX and use it by pressing whatever button you set it to. Do it now and see what you can see. So, well, do you like it? For a day? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Oh, why don't you try it out? Right now. Try looking over at our house from here. What's that, Link? Are you looking at the red postbox? Big brother, are you using C-stick to zoom? The postman looks kind of weird, doesn't he? Ah, Link, the sky. Look up in the sky. Yep, still a great looking game. It's a heck of a fall. Am I winning? Never. Never win in this game. All you can do is catch up. Link, this is so terrible. That girl fell into the forest. She needs help. But it's too dangerous for you to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. Oh, that opposite camera. Man, that is going to take some getting used to. Like I know why people's brains are wired to do the left and right stick the way it's done here. I can understand the logic behind it, but boy, it is tough to get used to if that is not how you think of panning your screen left and right. Just like folks who would rather, look up by pushing down on the stick, flight control style. Totally get why you'd want to do that, but I don't. Link, what's the matter? What happened? Oh, I was supposed to go to the forest first. I'm jumping ahead in the story. Yeah, this first set of village music is really, really wonderful. It's probably my favorite music in the whole game. It's just this opening Onset Island theme. Boy, Link, press L right there and use A to talk to me. Try it. Well, that's correct. You're a smart one. You, my friend, have just L targeted to me. When you see when you press L, you can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press L to face forward. It's quite handy indeed. There are a myriad of other ways to use L targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag. Not remotely. I can teach you a few more things. If you just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. That was some racket outside, wasn't it? On another topic entirely, maybe it's just my age, but lately I've had quite a hard time seeing things from a distance. Well, I do have a little telescope I can borrow for a day. So soon? My. If you're old enough to be wearing those clothes, then it's going to be very important for you to gather as much wisdom as you can from now on. If you're to make your way in the world, that is, Link. Now, I've been studying a wealth of topics since long before you were born. What you'd call a brain of all trades. You're a smart little fellow yourself, aren't you? I've been thinking it's time for me to pass some of my wisdom down, and maybe you're the one I should pass it down to. Everything that you see tacked to the walls here is something that I have researched thoroughly. And before you ask, yes, I do know my filing system is odd. Organizational issues aside, however, it's all extremely useful information. You would do well to read it all very carefully. Reading leads to knowing, Such a racket! Can't you keep it quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you dratted hooligan! Honestly, the hooligan I'm referring to is my younger and much less intelligent brother, who lives just downstairs. He hates studying. All day, every day, the lout just exercises and practices with his weapons. Does he exercise his brain? No. The brain is a muscle too, I think. Anyway, the only thing that he does study is the art of fighting. Right now, for instance, he's been studying fencing and whatnot, as if that's of any use to anyone. He simply doesn't know how to do anything besides exercise. I ask you, what's a brother to do? Okay, and then we have one other game to look at, and that is Soul Calibur 2. Again, very interesting selection of games. Very, very popular ones. so weird of Nintendo to do that, especially for third-party games. You know, you would expect only first-party games on the Switch server, on the GameCube service, at least initially. So it's nice that they managed to have a relationship with these companies to allow the third-party games, the more popular third-party games, to be on the system as well. Soul Calibur. There's quite a few, or quite a bit of this game as well, like everybody else at the time.
Versus Talim. She rides the wind freely, singing her wing songs.
I'm through with words. Don't worry, Talim. Believe in yourself.
Yeah, it running at 60 frames, and just the animation quality is really amazing. Oh, that's right, Soul Calibur has a block button.
Battle 2. Fight. Final battle. Fight.
Stay down.
Oh, see you later.
Want more?
Versus Nightmare. Hungry for souls, an evil force enslaves him.
Are you ready?
Battle 1. Fight. Die.
No escape.
I will show you the greatest nightmare. Battle 2. Fight.
You let your guard down.
Final battle. Fight. Versus Maxi.
Oh no, it's Maxi. Maxipad.
Nothing personal, but I must win.
You're all the same.
Battle 1. Fight. You win.
You're all show.
Battle 2. Fight.
Oh jeez. Keep forgetting to block. Keep forgetting there's a block button.
Can't get up.
versus Xianghua. She stands again before the start of a new legend.
Don't waste my time. Let's go. Here I come!
Battle 1. Fight!
You're all talk. Stay down.
Battle 2. Fight!
Justice will prevail.
Final battle. Fight! Perfect. Win. Versus Asteron.
Yeah, it's just as I remember it.
Man from the black
Except it's
mist bore the
well, obviously nicer to have it on a modern display.
Get ready.
Taki's
Battle 1.
rather unmanageable breast bouncing everywhere. Like you're supposed to be a ninja, but ain't no way you can hide those things. Ain't no stealthy boobs anywhere.
Battle 2. Fight! Win. Final battle. Fight!
Ugh. Really, it doesn't look half bad,
9, 8,
even compared to modern games. I mean, obviously the polygon count's low, but the overall artwork and the texture work, I think, is still pretty good.
3, 2, 1, 0.
It's nice to see Taki not looking like a disaster as she does in later games. But yeah, there you go. That was the first 3 games that they offered in the Nintendo Switch Online service for the GameCube. I think they're all winners too. I mean, these are all games that were pretty highly sought after from collectors. And you know, if you weren't a collector with a lot of cash, then you may have a hard time obtaining any of these games. Maybe not so much the Wind Waker, but certainly F-Zero and Soul Calibur 2 are very expensive now to buy them physically. So, yeah, hats off to Nintendo for picking a really good selection of first games. I wouldn't say that about all of the Nintendo Switch Online classic games, but this one, I think they got it right. So, yes, if you have a Switch 2 and the Nintendo Switch Online service, then you can enjoy these games as well. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.